Oh, I'm already filming. Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Today's going to be another vlog style video, and it's not an apartment tour slash plant tour. That will be probably the next video. Today we're just going to go through my plant cabinet. I had ordered a bunch of stuff online and it finally all came. So we're going to go through the supplies that I bought for my IKEA ENBY cabinet that I bought. I currently have a bunch of plants in there, but the lights need to be switched out. I need to put the fans in, and I got like a power strip and little pots to jazz it up. So we're gonna do that today. It's probably gonna be a shorter video, but yeah, I hope you enjoy. Let's plant talk. All right, so here is the cabinet. Like I said earlier, hi. It is the ENBY, I believe, cabinet from IKEA. It's the wide one. The wide one, not the tall, skinny one. So I took out the bottom shelf so I could have my tall plants in there and then have just one row of plants in here. And you might be thinking, oh, well, what do you mean you have to put lights in there? Well, I bought some like under cabinet lights that weren't necessarily made for plants, and I thought it would be okay, but they're falling and it's terrible. I do like the color of the light. It's kind of warm. And then I knew I would have to get another either set of cabinet lights or some plant lights to go on the bottoms, and I didn't get them at first, so I just used my like old IKEA light strip set down on the bottom, and the light temperatures don't match. They're not made for plants or anything like that. So I wanted to get something that was correct and something that would, you know, be the best for the plants. I do have a heat mat on the bottom here, which helps this water evaporate and keep it nice and humid in here. So I'm not gonna do a little fountain or humidity tray or anything in here. I'm gonna put another bowl of water on the bottom, I think, and just have those two for the whole cabinet. I mean, my humidifier for the room is right over there anyway, so really nothing too crazy to keep humid, you know. All right, so let's go over some of the things that I bought for the cabinet. I bought these from At Home today when I was looking for a rug and a full-size mirror for my apartment, and these were only $4.99. Aren't they the cutest? They don't have drainage holes, so I'm just gonna plop little plants in there, but I got 3 of those. I thought they were really nice. I might switch out some of these. I don't know if I want to have a pink pot in here. I wanted to keep it kind of neutral. This pot's too big, and then this Hoya Matilde is just in the grow pot, so we're gonna switch that out. We're gonna have to play some like matching game with all the pots, but that's gonna be okay. And then next were the 2 plant lights that I bought. I did get these on Amazon. I went to a few like local hardware stores and they didn't have, I did have to buy these on Amazon because the hardware stores in my area did not have any plant lights in stock or any in general that I thought would work well for this. So I just ordered these online. These are 3 separate strips. I believe you can connect them or just have them be in a row like this. So that's gonna be great. And I got 2, one for the top, one for the bottom. And then it also came with all these command strips and like zip ties and screws, which is cool. We're just gonna use the sticky command strips for this. Okay, I'm sorry, my camera just fell off the tripod, so I'm just gonna hold my camera. Next, I bought some grippy tape that I'm also gonna use for my rug so it doesn't come undone, but this honestly was an ad, and I was like, oh, this will work really well. So I'm gonna use this tape for the fans, which are the next thing that I had to buy. These are just 2 little fans that you can use to like cool down electronics, like your Xbox or, you know, like anything like that, like your computer, you can set it on there. These were ones that I saw that people recommended in the IKEA plant cabinet group that I'm on Facebook. I highly recommend joining one of those just for the sake of plant stuff, nothing else. I hate Facebook otherwise, but you know, the groups are really good for plant stuff, especially when it's like a safe space. And you can actually get recommendations and stuff. It's a really good thing. So I'm gonna put one on the bottom, maybe one on the top. I'm not quite too sure. I know plants need that circulation, so I think I'm gonna have them pointing like one this way and then one this way, kind of to create a little, I don't know, just a nice flow for the plants. Then the last thing I bought was a smart power strip here. So it has 4 USBs on the side, which is good because these are USB powered fans. And then it has 4 plugs, which will be perfect for these and the heat mat. So I'm hoping everything will fit. Now that I see that these have these giant things, maybe I'll be able to put them like this. We'll see. I'm not sure yet, but yeah, so what I'm gonna do first is take all of my plants out of here. I'm gonna have to be very careful. These are all of my prized possessions. So I will see you guys in a second. All right, so I'm first gonna take the old lights out and take these down from the top. I'm gonna reuse these in my kitchen shelving, so I'm gonna be careful when I take these down since I did just buy these. Really nice thing about this cabinet is that the back panels are in 3 pieces and they're metal, and I kind of loosened this bottom one so I could fit cords through the bottom, so that's really a nice thing about this one. My boyfriend has the one that's glass all the way around, so you can't do that, but this was that was one of the reasons why I chose this one. So I'm going to take these out and I'll be right back again. Okay, hi, you're currently inside the cabinet. I'm sorry for the terrible camera angles in this video. It's just really hard to set up a phone with a tripod, and being able to maneuver all this stuff at the same time is really difficult. So my apologies, but I set up the new power brick. It's right to my left here. I would show you, but it doesn't reach. So I have that plugged in. I have the heat mat plugged into it. So we're gonna open the first set of lights here. These were really highly rated on Amazon, and it said that they had a good color, so I hope that I can trust that. It looks like the cord splits into 3 instead of you being able to connect them, which is fine. It just might be kind of hard to control the cords for everything, so we're gonna have to figure that out. Might be a fun challenge. So we're gonna do 3 on top, 3 on the bottom. This is what they look like. They are metal, actually. Yeah, they're metal, and you can see they have the little LEDs in there, and it comes with screws to screw these in right here, but I'm not gonna use that. I'm just gonna use the command strips like that. So I'm going to attach these to the top and organize the cords, and I'll film a clip of that once I have the first one plugged in. Oh, also these, before I go, these are on a timer for looks like 3, 9, or 12 hours. So I'm gonna have them on for 12 hours, but I'm also gonna have them plugged into a smart switch, so I can turn the switch on whenever I want. That way, I mean, like, well, when I had the other lights in here, I was just waking up every morning, flipping the switch on my phone for the smart plug, and it turned everything on in here, so the lights and the heat mat, and now it will do the fans as well. So I might not even use the timer function, honestly, even though it has them. I'll probably just use the switch. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna get these installed and I'll be right back. Okay, so as you just saw, I just put the first set in, and they are a really nice color. They're not too warm or too cold. They really are just like a natural light. They're really, really bright. I almost don't know if I need the second one to go in here, but as you saw in the time lapse too, they're on a dimmer, which is amazing. They're up all the way right now. I'm gonna use some hot glue, I think, to glue. Oh, couldn't see that. I'm gonna use some hot glue, I think, to glue this cord to the top, and then run them along the side and then down the bottom. I'm gonna do the second shelf right. Ooh, that's dusty already. All right, I'm gonna do the second shelf right now, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so now I have all of the lights in. There you can see the 3 strips on the top. I have one in the middle, and then one on the left and one on the right. And then on the glass, I have them all 3 in a line in the back. I just don't want anything, like, when you're standing from up at the top, you might be able to see this a little bit. So I didn't want like like the lights covering the glass. So next I have to deal with this white mess of hair looking stuff. I have to deal with these cords next. So I'm gonna do that, and once again, I will be right back because I don't know how I'm gonna set this up so you guys can watch me organize this, and it's probably not gonna be that fun. So I'm gonna deal with this now. All right. Okay, I am back. As you can see, you really can't see any cords except for up there, but you won't be able to see that if you're standing. So, hid them really well out the back. Like I said, this is in 3 panels, so I just unscrewed the lowest screw there and then pulled them all out the back. Honestly, this clear tape that I bought from Amazon, wow, this stuff is really good. It's really malleable and it like kind of where can you see? Kind of conforms, and you can like cut it and mold it however you want. It's almost like it warms up with your hand and kind of turns into glue. So I highly recommend that. That worked really well for this. It looks really nice and clean. Next I have to put in the fans, so we're gonna do that together. Okay, that was extremely simple. Have the fans here. You can barely hear them if you listen. They're very quiet, and I think with the doors closed, I won't be able to hear them at all. I wanted to have one on the right side on the bottom, but the way that the cords are set up with these fans, since they're attached, I can't do that. So it's okay. I'll just have them both on the one side blowing across all the plants for that air circulation. So I'm going to push the cabinet back, clean the glass off, and then we're going to work on putting the plants back in there together. I'm not going to do a time lapse for that. We're going to do that in real time. So all right, I will be right back for the millionth time. Okay, just before I go, I wanted to show you the cord organization from the side. So I pulled the lights from the top around the back. They run down the back. Then the lights from the glass shelf run down the top of this panel, and then they all meet up and go down to the bottom here. The USB and the fan USB thing and the heat mat come out the bottom, and then the USB for the fans goes into the side here, and then all these are plugged into the top. You know, it's a lot of cords. It looks kind of scary, but they're gonna hide under the cabinet, and I think it's gonna work really well. Okay, hi. Can you see me? All right, so I just cleaned off the glass as good as I could. I feel like there's forever gonna be fingerprints on this just because of the nature of it. Got the fans going, got the lights set on the timer, got the heat mat on. I think that's on the outside. Okay, so we're ready to start putting the plants in there. I think all the ones on the bottom are the ones that I was already gonna, like how I had them set up before. I really liked that, so I'm gonna put them back exactly how they were. I'm gonna grab my variegated burley marks. We're gonna put him here where he was. He was kind of like on the heat mat thing a little bit. And I don't want the fan or it to be blocking the fan. Okay, you can still feel that. So maybe I'll tilt this out a little bit more like that. Alright, so there's that guy. And then next, I had my large, well not large, but my Florida Ghost in the back on the heat mat, like that. Which there's a new leaf coming in, and I'm really excited about it. And then in the back as well, I had my elbow syngonium, podophyllum variegatum. Ooh, this needs to be watered. Okay, so I'll be watering that tonight. I'm gonna tilt it so we can see those pretty leaves on the front. I'm gonna try and get everything on the heat mat as much as possible because I know that's really good for them. And these are like the perfect amount away from these lights. It's about probably like 4 inches or so from the light, so that's really good because it's not gonna burn them. All right, and then in front of that syngonium, I'm gonna put my Syngonium podophyllum pink next to it. And then in front of the burley marks, we're gonna put the Monstera, why can't I remember its name right now? Monstera carstiniana. And then to the right of that, we're gonna put my Monstera standeliana. Did I show you guys the burnt leaf? Ugh, I can't believe I did that at my old place. I can't believe it. So there's that, and that, well, you can't really see it. Maybe I'll move it over more like this. There we go. And I actually think I might switch this pot out. I might put it in one of the new ones I got today. because there's a kind of a theme of dark pots down here, but it's kind of nice having the white. So let's just see how it looks first of all. Yeah, see now that plastic sticks up through there, so I'm going to use the white pot. All right. And then that was all that we had down here before. I could fit one more thing down here, like right here. I might do... No, I think everybody else would be good up top. I think this was a good layout to begin with. It's a little bit crowded, but it gives everyone a little bit of breathing room. It's not too bad. So, all right, I'm gonna move the camera up to point you at the top shelf. Ugh. God, I wish I was Summer Rain Oaks and had someone that could just film me doing this. Okay, don't we all wish we were her though, to some extent? I think we do. Okay, now, there was a lot of plants up here before, which I'm okay with. I think I'm gonna do a similar layout to what I had before. This guy I have not shown on my channel yet. It's a slightly variegated Rhaphidophora tetrasperma that I found at my local garden center. Two of the newest leaves have some variegation on them, which you probably can't see. Right there it is. Oh, you can see it a little bit right there. So the newest leaves have it, so I'm gonna grow this out, and hopefully under these really bright lights it will encourage it to grow. So I'm gonna put that in the back corner where it was. And then I also have my really tiny Monstera deliciosa that has one little variegated leaf on this little side plant here. So I also found this at the same garden center. I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna put that over to the right as well. And then I'm in the way. I gotta grab all these really quick. Oh, this guy is in like a really big pot, my Moonlight Scindapsus, so I kind of want to switch it out with something else, but it's in a square pot, and I hate that the greenhouse I got this from uses these square pots. It doesn't make any sense. But I think I'm going to shove it in this white one for now. I'm going to do a repotting video soon, so I will be repotting that, but I will stick him back there. And then, why can't I remember the name of this either? It starts with an M. Hoya. Wow, I can't remember the name of plants right now. It's really not like riding a bike, you guys. Once you kind of forget, you really forget. I don't know why I can't remember what that plant's called. I'm kind of upset at myself. I'll put it on the screen. I'm sure it will come to me in like 30 seconds. Hoya australis Lisa. I might stick her in the front here. Like that. Then my dragon scale alocasia, this silver one. Put him over here maybe. I feel like he should be the center of attention. Really. Stick him there. How does that look? Pretty good. I'll show you up close in a minute. And then I have my Rhaphidophora cursiva plant. It's been growing really well. I took this out of my prop box at my old place, preparing for this. So it's gonna go in one of the new pots that I bought, so I'll stick it right here. And then we have the Hoya Mathilde left. That's the last one. And this Hoya Mathilde is in one of these square pots again, so I think I'm gonna cut this actually like right now, and then excuse me, and then put it into one of the pots that I bought today, because that will look really good flanking over here. All right, so as a temporary fix, I put the Hoya Mathilde into one of the pots from today. I will eventually drill a drainage hole in this, but I'm just not going to right now. Don't hate on me, I'm not gonna overwater it, okay? All right, let me bring it close so you can see everybody. All right, so on the bottom, here's the vibe. Look how beautiful that is. Oh my God. That's the vibe down here. And then up top, here's all of our little guys. There's a Hoya Mathilde. Focus, there it is. Here, I could show you the variegation on this now. Right here. There, and then this other leaf, that's the newest leaf with the most variegation. And then this one has, I believe, a spot, yeah, right there. So it's definitely getting more as it grows, so that's gonna be exciting. Keep you all updated with that. So I'm gonna close the doors. There's a bunch of dirt on the floor because I just repotted that plant. can't even hear those little fans. Okay, focus. Here is the cabinet. Looking so beautiful. This looks really good now that I've redone it. You can't even see those lights on the glass shelf, can you? Right here? You really can't even see them. Barely even notice the fans there. I have this Monstera that goes right here anyway, so probably, you know, your eyes will be diverted from those fans. There's a lot of other things to look at. Wow, I love how they kind of sway in the wind a little bit too. That's really cute. They look amazing. It's so nice and bright. Hi. Up top I have my Monstera Leclerariana, a Silver Sword, Philodendron Mexicanum, Hoya Chelsea, and my Scindapsus Exotica. But this is absolutely stunning. Oh my gosh, it looks like even more beautiful than I thought it was going to. Hold on. Move this guy back. This is a guy that used to be on my entertainment system. At my old place on my shelves, if you remember. Wow. That is everything. I'm so happy with that. Oh, can you see my tamale back there? I'm eating a tamale, a vegan tamale. Vegan chicken tamale. It's really good. Okay. That looks absolutely insane. Oh my gosh. I'm just so happy. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching that. I know it was a little bit of a mess, but I pre-warned you anyway from the last vlog to this vlog that it was going to be a little bit of a mess. I would probably say about 98% moved into this place now. Just got a few new things from my hallway today, a shoe rack and stuff. And then once I'm completely moved in with everything, I'm going to do a house tour slash apartment tour slash plant haul. No, not plant haul. Apartment. Once I'm completely moved in, I'm going to do an apartment tour slash plant tour. I did get a couple new plants since I moved in here. The space is bigger, so I feel like I need more to fill the space. That is a valid thing. Like, you can't hate on me for that. Yeah, and the space is just everything that I wanted. It's a lot more cozy than the other place. It's just feels homey and it feels right. It feels so nice to be here. So yeah, thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. I will put all of the Amazon links if you want for the plant stuff that I use for this cabinet below. I highly recommend those fans and those lights and that tape. Actually, that was really good. I know a lot of you don't like to use Amazon. I don't really necessarily like to either, but with stuff like this, it's like, what else am I gonna do? I went to a few hardware stores and couldn't find anything. So this is what we ended up with, and it looks beautiful and I love it so much. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing. Comment anything you want to comment down below. We're gonna, like I said, have another video up soon, and you guys are just the best. Thank you for watching and commenting always. I really look forward to your comments, and you guys that consistently reach out to me and talk to me. I love you. You're just the best. It's seriously just the best. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing well and staying safe and healthy, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.